Well, what's going on, everyone? What is up in TV land? We interrupt your original programming for a very special announcement. Yeah, we're here. That's the announcement. We're here. It's a surprise. It's me in a different location, sitting just 60, 90, 180, 90 degrees away from who we're going to be seeing today. So, yep, we're undermanned. We're short-staffed. We're working the best we can, and gosh darn it, we're gonna do what we can there, Billy. Ain't that right? You know that's right. So here we come. We're ready? Ooh, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's once again me. It's Erik Z here at the Rising Eagle Studios in beautiful Warrior Healing Center, Sierra Vista, with the Coachee Spotlight beaming high, beaming down, beaming bright on another veteran-owned business. Well, it's a familiar one. But anyway, you get the gist. And like I said, it's me, Erik. Ooh, Easter's coming up. So a tisket, a tasket, put the lotion in the basket. Zeba, how are you doing all day, everyone? I hope you're all doing good. I hope y'all had a great time. I hope you're all still trying to figure out, God, why is he here 15 minutes early? Because we have ish to do. I could say the other word, kick rock, spit, or mother trucker. Corn cob. Or no. Corn cob sucker. Anyway, we're not going to say those because we're not allowed to say those, but we can say hell, ass, and damn. At no time will we say spit, mother trucker, corn cob sucker, or
Erik's the best.
Yeah, we won't say that. We know that's a lie. Anyway, tonight we are interviewing a very special guest. Basically, he's special because he said yes to being on the program. Apparently, he's a glutton for punishment because this is his second time. Actually, no, it's his third time. Have you been keeping count, kids? I have. I've been paying attention. Amazingly, I don't know how, but I have. Wow. Where am I going with this? I don't know. Let's figure it out. You know him. It's his birthday today, as a matter of fact. He is 34. He is young. He is dumb. And yes, he's single, ladies. So by all means, reach out to him. It is the one, the only. Hey, let's bring him on. Justin McShane. What's going on, Justin?
How's it going, everybody? Just real quick, Erik. I get my $20 after this one, right?
Of course you do not. Yeah, all right. Of course, we pay everybody here at the Warrior Healing Center. No. Of course, we always make sure that they are well compensated. No. We pay them with their time and the time they use to take this video to push on their social platforms out to the masses so that they can share what they do, how they do it, and how well they do it. He's had no complaints because this man, let me bring you this way. This man is a very busy man, I assure you. So I'm going to take a moment while Justin updates us from the last time he was here. Remember, when he was here last time, he was an up-and-coming business. He was getting everything together. He had ideas. He had plans. He had something going on. He had an idea. He knows where he's going. So let Mr. McShane, as I have to hear all the time behind my cubicle, especially when it's like this. Hi, it's Mr. McShane. How's it going today? It's like listening to Mickey Mouse. It's amazing. It's unreal, and it's kind of fun. I like it. Anyway, Justin, what have you been doing since the last time you've been here?
Well, first off, let's comment on the voice thing. We all know we have the sarcastic voice, the normal voice, and then the professional voice.
Not all at the same time, and they're usually not all in the same places, but you get the gist. Anyway.
Of course. So, like Erik said, I am Justin. I kind of have Modio Consolidated as my little business that I run. More like a side hustle, kind of fun. As he mentioned, I am a very busy person. I like to go out and do things all the time. One of the things that I used to do a lot was a bunch of sublimation and graphic design. We were trying to get into 3D printing, laser etching, CNC, stuff like that. And that was what I interviewed
That was about a year, maybe a year ago.
Dang near
Close to that.
almost a year ago, right?
Yeah.
So everything's taken a wild turn since then. Some surgeries and stuff like that kind of really put perspective on what you can do and what you can't do. So now I focus mainly on a lot of the graphic design aspects of it, for sure. So a lot of graphic design. I still do a little bit of sublimation here and there for some people that ask. I just don't do bulk orders. I'm not down at the mall on Saturdays anymore. There are veteran-owned businesses that I do work with, and we'll talk about that as we go through and everything. And then I also work as, I guess you can call it kind of like a event coordinator. Maybe you think?
You could say that, event coordinator. Yes, that would be a fair statement.
Yeah, where I go around and I create events and I do things around town and stuff to help promote people, other businesses and stuff like that.
Now you may have heard of him, and we're going to touch on that subject. But as he said before, he was basically in a gist. He would be at the mall. He was an up and coming business. He had an idea, and he was going to evolve. And I like to say that you have since hit that first line of evolution. Before you would see him at the mall, or you could come out to an event like the Stand Up for Freedom that we had last year.
We almost killed ourselves.
It was very hot, very hot. We're so happy that it's going to be going on in the afternoon on June 29th from 4 to 10 here in the back alley of the Warrior Healing Center in between us, Doc's, and Punchy's Tavern. Nice plug. I like that. Oh, yeah, you betcha, Bobby. Whoa. Yeah, I go on the plateau. Anyway. He was pressing pictures onto mouse pads, puzzles, mugs, tumblers, you name it, keychains, all the like. He could take your picture right there, put it into his computer, punch it up, have it pressed right there. What was a turnaround time, like 10, 20 minutes?
Yeah, and then even when I got busy, it was, 15, 20 at the most, because, like I said, we had our little tent going 400 degrees and got the hell out of that. But no, we made a decent turnaround on Stand Up for Freedom for sure.
But while he was working on that, he was working on his first evolution, and that is more of the graphic design. He has been doing a lot of amazing design artwork for a State of Ketones myself, because as we've all come to know that I am the prototype for a lot of Justin's work. But he has since evolved since then. He's
not on Eric's stuff. I've evolved on other things.
He's evolved on everyone else's. It's like, when this wasn't right. And then he puts my picture in there. It's like, that's fair. Because every day I have a smile like this.
No, there was that one I didn't give you a smile at all.
Oh, yeah.
And I think we'll see that one today.
Yeah, we're going to see some of those. So, without further ado, let's go check out some of the artwork from, say it again,
Modioke Consolidated.
Because why? Eric can't say that well. So, Modioke Consolidated.
Which will probably be turned into Modioke's Graphics.
Modioke's Graphics. See, we're already evolving. That's the good thing. You take something from the ground floor, you eventually make something better. Hey, that's what we do. Anyway, here we go. All right, we got a third picture up there. Oh, that's perfect. I love where it's set. That's how I like it.
That's perfect. So,
all right, go ahead. Explain this one.
This is my logo for Modioke Consolidated, probably soon to be Modioke Graphics. This is my original logo that when I had my partner who pops in every now and then. When we sat down and we came up with a concept that we both like, and of course, we're huge into superheroes and smiley faces, because we're all around happy-go-lucky, and as Eric knows, bullcrap on that one. When we came up with this design, something unique, something that kind of spoke to both of us, and this is just a fun little sticker that you could throw on things, almost like a smiley face.
All right, as he was doing that, I am pulling some of Justin's contact information for his business. The first one I'll be placing in the comments will be from his Facebook page. So by all means, definitely follow his Facebook page, because he puts random artwork up there so he can show others exactly what he does, especially you businesses out there in the local or even outside the area. Check it out. Some people, We're going to touch on that. There was something special that happened yesterday, as a matter of fact. All right. Next slide. Cacao. Oh,
So-
there's some familiar ones.
As you can recognize the one on the left, you're on the right.
I know.
Okay.
I'm just going off of what that guy said yesterday.
That was fun. So the one on the left is Chozan Martial Arts, which is Raphael's veteran-owned business. He runs, it's Tung Sudo, correct?
Yes.
He does Tung Sudo, and I'm
Sudo.
telling you, if you want to get in shape and you want to have some fun with some karate and learn at a really good pace and still have fun while doing it, go to Chosen Martial Arts. Prices are reasonable. It's a fun class. Erik actually goes to Chosen.
It's true. I do. It's fun. The wife and I. Oh, yeah.
But I've been working with Raphael since before I even came back to Arizona. He wanted to help upgrade his original logo. So we added the it's called the INU, which is a kind of like paint strip around it. And then we added the words to it so that way he can start creating shirts and everything.
Now, what's this middle one? This one looks, I don't think I've seen this one before.
You have not. This is one of the first ones I ever created. This is for a buddy down in Lake Havasu. He makes gun holsters, certain material and stuff, and it's called Arid Works. This is before I had all my fancy equipment and everything. I actually created that one on PowerPoint.
Nice.
So they wanted a fun little wheel. We've upgraded it since then. They had somebody else do it that they paid a God-sane amount of money for, just because I didn't have my setup yet. But he took my original concept and created it, and they used that for years prior to that.
Nice.
And
It's
then-
like a sprocket of sorts, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a sprocket for
Okay.
like a gun sprocket, kind of like a wheel,
Okay.
and then it's the Arizona's paint splash kind of shooting through it.
Nice.
And then, of course, as we know, the one on the right is Mr. Ziva, and I did this one while I was in Georgia as well.
And he got part of that idea from me because I looked at that. It was like, I looked at the Prove It design and I said, you know what would look really good? It was like, put it on the flag, and we shaped the United States flag on there so that it fits perfect. So now I've been running with that image, which has been cleared, by the way,
Mm-hmm.
which has been cleared, not for sale,
Mm-hmm.
but to use
Mhm.
for product purposes.
Oh yeah, and then of course this was something I knocked out for Erik once I think he shot me the message at like 2 a.m. once, and you're like, "Hey,
Dude, wake up!
can you take this and mix it with this and make this happen?" I was like, "Yeah, dude, give me an hour." But of course, I went back to sleep and ignored Erik because like everybody does. But I had it.
That's
For him.
nothing new.
I had it for him a couple days later. No problem. He's been using it since.
I'm running with that. I love that art. I love that decorative art.
We put that on all kinds of things, posters, all kinds of stuff. His water bottle, I made stickers for his water bottle, along with his old little avatar that he has.
Ta-da. New ones coming out soon. As a matter of fact, there's some that I have yet to put out there yet, but they are coming very soon. So, but this isn't about me. This is about Justin and Madoki Consolidated. Modio. I'm gonna get it.
But even though this is about me, it's also
It's
Erik,
about,
because
it's
Erik-
about Justin, how he creates stuff and how he uses it for other businesses, like so for Chosa Martial Arts. What is it? Arid Works.
yeah, Arid Works.
Arid Works, and of course, State of Ketones, Proven Promoter.
But I really get a pleasure out of when I see, like, especially Erik and Raphael and stuff, when they use the stuff that I create for them, or even if they just post it, it's like, hey, check this out. This is cool. I
Mhm.
really get a good feeling about that because it's just fun.
All right, let's see. Slide number 3. Oh, here we go.
So the one on the right,
Ooh, let me see if I can I fix that.
it's okay.
Nope, not that way. Okay, go ahead.
That's fine. So underneath that, it says heavy drops. So a buddy of mine in Georgia, he sells a certain product that starts with, M, like moo, out of wine bottles. You got me?
Gotcha.
Okay. If you can't tell by the jars on the picture. And he was an airborne veteran. He got out while I was there and everything. We're so close. But he wanted a logo, and I was still working on my artistic views and stuff. So we actually created this while we were ditching out a PT one day. We were sitting here with this concept, and we created him a fun, intoxicated wine bottle airborning in with heavy drop underneath because that was his airborne name, and that's the name of what he goes by when he throws it on the labels.
And that's pretty good. I like it. It's like very attention to detail. I like that. Obviously with the jar and the jug and the if anybody knows, I know. As far as the other two, I Go Party Retails and Da Bomb Rentals.
So these aren't in use. These are just concepts that I created
Right.
for. I may or may not be working with this rental company to start their logo and stuff right now. So these are some concepts that I created for them because we were working on maybe a name change as well.
Mm-hmm.
That they didn't like, of course. So we scrapped the idea and we're building other stuff. But I still liked the way I did the logos. So I still use them as examples, like Da Bomb Rentals, using the bomb as the O. And then, of course, DG Party Rentals is a fun little balloon.
Yeah.
A balloon kind of aspect to it. So it was just fun little ideas and stuff that I enjoyed creating.
That's cool. I like that. And some people learn different ways. How did you learn yours? How did you learn your craft?
Trial and error.
That's the best way.
Really trial. I've never taken really any art classes. I've always kind of liked to draw and stuff, but I typically go a little too much on things that I did. I had to learn very quickly to simplify things.
Mm-hmm.
Like Da Bomb Party Rentals, I had so much more going on with it, and I realized, back it up a little bit.
Well, usually with artistic impression, and I remember this from some of the ones that you showed me with, what do you think of this? What do you think of this? Because sometimes some people will draw maybe 5 or 6 different ones on what just what comes to mind, and then you shoot it to the person's like going, all right, I like this one, But that's what I like because you give a customer options.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you take their idea, their image, what they're thinking. You make that, and you make a couple other ones like going, this is something similar. What was it? You made it. I forget who you made it for, but like what it looked like a fire or like a blue flame.
Oh, the Gypsy Fire.
Yes.
So I never ended up finishing that one. She
Okay.
stopped contacting me, or you could say ghosted me. Yeah, he's gonna kick you out of that later. But no, I created like 6 different concepts for that one using her basic idea that she had, and then we found something she liked, and then I don't know where she went with it and whatnot. But something that puts me different than other graphic artists is I'm not going to argue with you on what you want, right? If I give you 6 options and you hate all 6 options, guess what? I'm going to send you 6 more later on after I work on them because now I'm learning what you like and what you don't like. And if you come to me without an idea, I will create ideas for you. I do that for Erik quite often, actually.
Yeah, he does. And a lot of them are good. Some of them, but that's the impression. That's the artistic impression that he goes ahead and gives out. So it's like, okay, you may not like this. What if I make this change? Okay, that's better. I like that. And maybe, I can add a tweak or he can add a tweak. And then eventually you work together, come up with a product that you, the customer, is satisfied with as well, the artist. And then just go from there. So that's what I like. I really do like that. All right, let's go. Flyer 4.
All right.
There we go.
So these are some simplistic little designs that I created for different uses and things. The one on the left was the first avatar. We're working on upgrading it. Was the first avatar of Erik. It was something that I created for him while I was in Georgia. I was actually recovering from that back surgery when I created it for you.
Mm-hmm.
That's something I created for him in Georgia to kind of symbolize his eye fasting that he was starting to get into with his ketones, which was great. I think he was much bigger back then too.
Thank you.
I
was bigger.
I may take some liberties with the arms, but those calves are on point.
I could prove it any day of the week, any day. Calzilla.
But this is beginning of my graphic design career, so there are some issues with this, some of the shading and stuff, but it's a starting point. This is kind of where I started. Like I said, we're working on creating a new one, and eventually you're going to see it, and you'll see some upgrade versions kind of that we have coming up. But this is something Erik uses almost on a daily basis to a degree, which is fun. The one in the middle is for, as you know, Josh Snell.
Okay.
So the guy
Okay.
that we work with,
Yep.
he's working on doing voiceovers for books. Is kind of what he was wanting to get into.
Oh, nice.
And he wanted to call it Snail Yeah. For his last name, Snail, and then Yeah. So he let me just kind of run with this one. So I made him a fun little avatar, little snail that has some ink coming down that says Yeah with the books. Just to kind of like a fun little logo for him that he could throw on the back of like a business card or on a pamphlet or something.
That's cool.
And then the one on the left, or I'm sorry, right.
Right.
The one on the right, I actually created here for the Warring Healing Center for the Cochise County veteran-owned businesses. Joshua came to me and asked me if I could kind of upgrade something that they were doing to give them an option. So I created a couple dog tags with some mountains in the back, the Arizona desert, and it says Cochise County veteran-owned businesses. Something to signify who's a veteran-owned business in Sierra Vista.
And that is Joshua Mayer, who is with Haymore Realty, I want to say.
Yes, I believe
Yes.
so.
Haymore Realty. Yep, real estate. And he does help a great deal here at the Warrior Healing Center with our veteran-owned businesses, which we meet every second Tuesday of the month. Right now, we're in different areas, but if you're a veteran-owned business, if you're an established one, or if you're an up-and-coming one, or you're trying to get your feet wet, try to get ideas, come on out to the Warrior Healing Center. We'll get you that information. Or leave your contact information in the comments below, and we will reach out to you. I will reach out to you. Somebody's going to reach out to you. More likely it's going to be me because that's what I do. I'm a people person.
But I have to say, with the veteran-owned business stuff, going there the once a month and meeting all the different businesses,
That's nice.
a lot of ideas are thrown around, and that's how I came to start helping some of the businesses with some of the events I do, some of the fun things that we do together and whatnot. That's one of the main things that kind of drew me into helping Erik more, for sure. But if somebody just comes with a simplistic idea of what they want to create a business out of, there's plenty of people there to help you walk and get to the steps on creating that business.
Oh, definitely. All right. Did I hit it? Yes, it did.
All right.
Oh.
So these are some of the some fun logos that I did. As you can see, the Alpha Alliance and then the Spartan Shield. Those were for the military back in Georgia. They needed new stuff for their companies and stuff like that. So I created those for them. I actually won the Spartan one out of a contest that they had with many of the people, which was kind of fun. So the little beast in the box up at the top left, that is one of my favorites. I drew that in this TBI clinic that I did. It was a 3-week program talking about traumatic brain injuries and kind of helping you not get over it, because you never really get over it, but how to live life and make it easier living with something like that. They talk about PTSD, stress, all kinds of stuff. So something to give back that we want to do as a class is me and another gentleman sat here and came up with this concept, because we talk about the beast in the box, right?
Right.
Us as veterans, we tend to have a lot of anger, and as you know, we're not allowed to show it. We have to push it down, push it down, push it down. Well, what eventually happens, right? It explodes, and that beast comes out of the box, wrecks your entire life, and what happens? You're stuck picking up the pieces afterwards, having to apologize, stuff like that. So this little seminar that we did, this gentleman spoke to us so highly and so got through to us so much more in this entire course that we actually generated him a logo himself for the Beast in the Box talk.
Oh, nice.
And now it's on T-shirts. It's on his spiels. He goes and he does seminars for it. This doctor, we got him a giant poster that he hangs up in his, and we did all that for free just as a thanks to him.
Oh, that's outstanding.
And then the Reckless Honor, that's again for Josh Snell. That's for his D&D campaign to make hats.
That is nice. I like that. And it's, again, great detail. Great detail. Here we go. Yeah, here we go.
So let's talk about the one on the right.
Let's talk about the one on the right.
So I started getting into one of the main things that I'm doing now. It's called cartooning. I'm taking a photo and I'm turning it into a cartoon of some sort, right? The one on the right is one of the first ones that I kind of did. I was trying to upgrade Erik's avatar. As you can see, yeah, there's some issues with it. To a degree, it was much worse. It used to be much worse. I don't have that one on here. The mouth was horrendous. I just threw a line this time. But again, I was working, trying out some things and stuff. I just kind of wanted to show you guys where I was. Now, the one on the left, that's Raphael down at Chosen Martial Arts.
Master A.
Master A. I created him this one. I don't have the photo for this, but this is exactly how he was standing and everything. So I created this one for him just for fun.
That is outstanding. I remember when you was drawing that. That was outstanding when you made that.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Oh. Okay. Oh, okay. There's a new one on here. All right.
Okay, so the one on the right is my nephew. I drew this one for fun.
Okay.
Again, one of my first drawings, really thick outline and stuff like that. And then I started kind of really getting into the swing of things.
Mm-hmm.
So when I was drawing Erik, we were at the veteran-owned business. We were sitting there and I was drawing while everybody was talking. I was creating Erik. Gunny from Gunny's Barbecue. Right?
Down 92. Check him out.
Definitely check him out. He walked over and saw what I was doing and he looked at me. He's like, will you do that for me? Will you make me a cartoon? And I told him, yeah, if I have time, I'll practice, send me a photo. Tell you right now, he still has yet to send me a photo. I went and pulled this off of his Facebook and I was like, you know what? I like this. I'm going to draw him. And I ended up creating this one for him.
That is amazing. That is great detail. It looks good. It looks very good.
Mm-hmm. And then the one on the left is my friend Kira. I took her Facebook photo that she currently has.
Mm-hmm.
Messed up hair and all. And I drew her as a cartoon as well.
He didn't draw it. That's actually her. No. But that's great detail for her. It's like side by side. So it's Gunny as well. And I really like what you do with your nephew. It's like, you ever see the, Rascals when they did Clint Eastwood back in 90s or 2000s? You ever hear of them?
No.
Oh, I'll have to show you after this, but that's some type of graphic art.
Oh, yeah?
They did. Yeah, that's what that reminds me of. Let's see, check it out. Slide 8. Yep. Oh,
okay, so
yeah.
These are more that I started drawing. I knocked a lot of these out in a weekend. So this is, on the right is my sister and my nephew, right, with one of her favorite photos on them in the snow. So I drew them just because it was a fun photo. And then on the left is my friend Haley and her daughter, EJ.
Mm-hmm.
So I drew both of them just to kind of give that motherly aspect to it and to send them kind of, a fun photo for them on a weekend. Kind of like, hey, check it out. Here's something that you can have or frame or post or whatever you want to do with it. As they know, all these people are also my test subjects.
Yep.
So.
Yep. Does amazing artwork, I tell you what. All right. Some of you guys might know who one of these individuals are.
So the one on the right, we'll talk about that one first. This is one of my friend's daughter.
Mm-hmm.
A moody wannabe teenager.
Yeah.
But I have a good relationship with her daughter, and her daughter's very artistic.
Yeah.
So she'll send me photos and stuff that she draws. So I'll send photos and stuff that I draw. And I sent her a couple of the test subjects that I drew. And she's like, "Oh, make me a cartoon."
That's cool.
Well, the photo that she sent me, I didn't want to color. So I grabbed her Facebook photo and I colored this one for her.
Okay.
And made her this one, and she loves it.
That's very nice. I like that. It's like,
which is awesome. I took some liberties of it.
Yeah.
She likes to try to be goth, so I added the black nails and the purple hair.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, she loved it. And then, of course, as we know, the one on the left,
this guy,
Mr. Davenport,
Mr. Jeff Davenport.
So they were at it was the Newlywed Game.
Oh yeah.
They were at the Newlywed Game, and I was drawing a different version of Erik while we were sitting there. I tend to, if you see me around, you'll see me with my pad and drawing quite often. And he walks up to me. He's like, "Oh, you should make me a cartoon as well." So I went and did it.
Has it reached back out to you?
Oh, he loves it.
Oh, good. I was saying, we're going to find you, Jeff. I know where you're at on Wednesday nights.
Yeah, he loves it. I don't think he's posted or used it yet. But, of course, as you can see, he's hugging somebody in the photo. So I was like, what is he known for? That native gift certificate.
Mr. Native Game Night. That's what he's known for.
So I was like, you know what? Why not give him a big one to point at?
There you go. And
with that being said, I think this is the last of my cartoons.
Yes. Well, you got one more slide.
Of cartoons?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Let's look at it. If it is or if it's
okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. So I'm also kind of getting into like the comic book kind of style, anime, stuff like that. So here's just a couple of characters that I created just for fun.
These were some of the most recent ones that you posted, and I like these. I like these a lot because now you see from the early parts of working with me and working with some of the other ones to now you're getting more detailed, more graphic, more precise and such, if you will. So, and especially with this, is this an angel devil?
So actually, originally, this dude was supposed to be a superhero,
Okay.
right? Some flying sword superhero. I do like. I got a lot of pictures where I do kind of like an evil on the good side. I kind of tend to like the yin and yang balance to it.
Right.
So I put on the wings to make it a cool superhero, and then it just kind of blossomed from that, where it became like a good and evil kind of side, to where it's like a fairy demon looking thing. It was just fun to draw, kind of like an evil comic book character.
That's nice. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what we talked about earlier, obviously we see through your graphic art, you've done work for Gunny with Gunny's Barbecue, and make sure I get that right. Nope. Let's get that right.
So real quick,
and you've also done something with Jeff Davenport, and I think I know where you're going to go with this. So go ahead.
So actually, before we get there, I see what you're doing.
Okay.
So before we get there, if anybody wants me to turn them into a cartoon, all you really have to do is find me on Facebook, and if you send me the picture that you would like me to cartoon, I can knock it out and I can have it to you pretty much within a week.
And I have provided your Facebook page for Modio Consolidated. Modio Consolidated, so they can reach you there. Can they also reach you at your page, or do you prefer?
Oh, you could post my page, my personal page as well. I've got people on there that contact me. But if you need a new logo, if you need, I can do logo intros. There's quite a bit I can do with the graphic design side. Or if you just want your family portrait to be turned into a cartoon, and you don't want to pay the outrageous $100 price to ship it out to look like Naruto and stuff like that, reach out to me. I charged you $20?
I give him that. I slip him some ketones. He likes it. Work and trade. He does a lot of good work. Work with them, you know.
But I might not even charge you. I might just say, hey, can I use this as a test subject and post it, and just create it for you as practice. Who knows?
Because if he does it for you, as I've learned with my stuff, that when one person sees it, and they're going to tell somebody, and when somebody else sees it, then that's going to come in. That's going to create noise for you, the customer, and that's going to, in turn, I've kicked back and then some for him. So,
which I promise you, if you have me draw you as a cartoon, I won't do what I did to this guy. I'll make it better.
And even if you're not a business, if you just, like you said, if you just want something done of you, because he's got a lot of interesting things that are coming up in the future, because not only is he does the graphic design for businesses and individuals, but he works with other veteran-owned businesses. And Freudian slip, maybe not, but who are some of the ones that you're working with right now?
So, like I said, I like to work with a bunch of veteran-owned businesses and stuff. We already talked about it. I don't work with Gunny, but I did something for Gunny. I work really closely with Mr. Ziva. I work kind of close. I've kind of worked a little bit with Edifying Pursuits, which is Marcus, on some things. Of course, I didn't show you any stuff that we're working on now because it's still in the works. It's still in the works and whatnot. But something that I do that I've not only done a little bit of graphics for, I've also done event planning and stuff for is Doc's Watering Hole, Aaron and Tori.
And you have done quite a few things over at Doc's Watering Hole. In case you remember, in our second broadcast, well, not our second, but the second time that Justin was on the show, he was over at Doc's Watering Hole where he started up a speed dating type of event, not a game, but more of an event, so people can actually, come out and like earlier days where you just go out and you have a couple minutes to talk to an individual, and he put a little unique twist on it, if you will. So, what was some of the things you did to not only make it more interesting, but try to protect others?
So something we were doing, like you said, we were doing speed dating because, as you know, as a single person in Sierra Vista, no comment, Eric. Thank you. As a single person in Sierra Vista, I get tired of using these dating apps. I really do, because it's always somebody wants you to subscribe to something, somebody wants this, or somebody just wants a free meal and will ghost you, stuff like that. So something that me and my brother did a while back was we did speed dating up in Tucson, and it was fun. And if you've ever seen the movie Hitch, it's pretty much the same kind of gist to it. But there was nothing like that in Sierra Vista. And from what I heard, there used to be one, but it cost you $45 to $50 to participate in it. And I was like, that's ridiculous. So I got with Aaron and Tori down at Doc's
Watering Hole, right off of 92.
And I created an every other week speed dating night for singles. It cost $10 to participate, and that was only because we could give the proceeds to charity, which was actually here at the Warrior Healing Center. We donated all the money that was given here to the Warrior Healing Center. That was just to kind of give back as well. But what we did is we brought everybody in. We gave them kind of a code name, which was an animal or a number or something. So that way people couldn't go search people on Facebook and stuff. And then it was just 6-minute conversations. And we round robin the gentlemen to each table that the women were at. What was really fun about that is, some people are shy and have trouble creating conversations. So I created this entire list of icebreaker comments that were just so outlandish that as soon as you read one, you were starting a conversation regardless of however you could be.
It was pretty good. It was very good. And I think since then, you've had 3, maybe 4 tops total of speed dating.
So we've done about 4.
Okay.
We've only really had the 1 or 2 successful nights.
Right.
Actually, we might have had 5. We've only had a couple successful nights, so everybody just seems not to want to come out to it and whatnot. So we're actually going to put that on the back burner.
But see, that's where you evolved again. So now you've taken it one step further. And let me go ahead. Go ahead, open this one up, because last night it was interesting. It was interesting as in very fun. There was not one complaint. 6 teams, 0 complaints. And I think if not all, said they were planning on coming back.
Mm-hmm. So what I did is, since I was doing something for the singles, we decided that every other week might have been too much for the singles. So we took the last week or the last Wednesday that we run events at Doc's Watering Hole, and I created the couples date night throwdown, which we held last night for the first night. We had 6 teams, and what I did is I took each couple and I made them play 5 games for points and to win a trophy. And I'm not talking like we're sitting in a ball pit, we're throwing down, we're throwing hands. No, it was simple games. Even a guy like me with back issues could sit there and play. But the 6 teams that we had, man, they were giggling, they were having a good time.
As we talk about this, I'm going to go ahead and post in the back.
But I told y'all can't move, right? That's your partner's for.
So this was our first game that we ran. This was to get all the teams out there, get them all moving and stuff. So we played a simple game of charades, right? And oh my God, charades is so boring. You hang out with actually. What I did is we did partner charades, which is one partner wasn't allowed to move at all, and their partner had to move for them. We said trade, so we said like Simon said right hand on head, right? Their partner had to move it for them.
Right.
Nothing that can be used against you later on down the road.
So we restarted twice.
That is where the fun came, man.
But all the teams did really well. I ended up having to give top marks to like 4 teams because we had
Yeah.
But this was just something good and other seats and kind of start flowing and having fun. After this, I started taking each couple 2 at a time, and I had them competing against each other in road games, and then everybody would compete and then we'd move on. one of the things that we did is the last game we played was the airplane drill, which I know was Blanca's favorite. Which I took these paper airplanes and you got to throw them to your partner who's holding this. It looked like a run rate, a poster board. And you got to catch as many as you could within 60 seconds. I'm telling you, the giggles from some of these couples was just hilarious.
That was
No.
a practice
Now,
round.
correct me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be a bona fide couple to play. You said there was one person who was sitting there and you asked him if he wanted to go ahead and get involved. Yeah, sure, but I have nobody. Justin paired him up.
Actually, 5 of these couples or 5 of these teams, we're going to start calling them teams now. It's no longer going to be couples.
Team.
So 5 of these teams that participated last night weren't even there to participate in it. I just kind of walked around and scrunched everybody up. And I'm telling you, the amount of fun everybody had at Docs last night was awesome. But we're going to move away from calling it couples. It's no longer going to be couples date night.
It was, again, not couples day night, but more like, we'll call it teams, what you're going to call it.
It's going to be team night throwdown.
There you go.
So that way you just come as a team of 2, and you come and participate in the games and try to win top 3 prizes.
And that's good. It's good that you're doing something like that because now you bring a different twist to the area where now it's not like going go to the bar. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with it. Going to the bar, going to dance, going to hang out with your friends, having a good time. But this is just another avenue that you can go down. Like Wednesday night, not that much going on, maybe in some places, but you want to do a little something different. Now Justin's bringing something to the table where it's good fun. I mean, that's basically the best way to describe it. It's like good games, not backbreaking, not hurting,
No running,
and it involves working with your partner, and you both have a great time. And for this time around, what were some of the prizes that you gave out? And prizes at the end for first through third.
So we gave out, and I created them by hand, myself and my 2 assistants. So I created by hand. They are boot mugs that we have, so you can drink out of the mugs.
Right.
Each partner got a mug.
Whoop.
There was little cowboy hat keychains, to symbolize Docs.
Right.
And then I engraved a little sign saying what place you got in Docs for the night.
A lot of people, I know Blanca said she liked that, and Gina liked that as well.
Definitely. So it was just little prizes. As we get more people, the prizes will get better. Maybe hint, some money off your bar tab, maybe. Cash is king, so you never know. But that being said, when it comes to the games, those that went last night don't have an advantage because I'm not one to do the same thing over and over again. I'll recycle some of those games way down the road, but I've already got 5 new games for everybody to play.
There you go.
So, I mean, even the couples that were there the teams that were there yesterday don't stand a chance.
There you go.
Because now I got something else. And trust me, we worked with one of the ladies that was on a team yesterday, and she's already talking about practicing some of the games in her garage, and I kind of had to deflate that ego today.
Yeah, that is very good. And just definitely pay attention to the Doc's watering hole page. Some of the other places where you can see these flyers, you can see them on 365.
365, Sierra Singles, Sierra Chit Chat, Sierra Bengals, Chit Chat, Sierra Bengals Uncensored. There's a couple more on there, and then also if you see the flyer, please share it.
Yeah,
that really helps me get people out there, and it helps a veteran-owned business like Docs.
it may not
Get
be
people in the door.
It may not be for you, but maybe you might know somebody that may want to go ahead and enjoy something, do something on a Wednesday. Just go out there, let your hair down for a little bit. I think this started just a little after 7, and I think it made it to about 8:30.
Actually, 8:30 wasn't. We stopped at like 8:10.
Okay, there you go.
We stopped at
Not
8:10,
even-
and
not
everybody
even
just. And all the teams just kind of became friends, and
Yeah.
they hung out and started having drinks. And
Go out there, have some of that good Doc's food that's out there. My wife and I got the last of the wings. Sorry. They should be restocked today.
Mhm.
But definitely check that out. It looks like you're having it once a month, usually in the latter part of the month on a Wednesday. So your next event should be
April 24th.
okay, April 24th, and I know something. Some of the event. Okay, let's put it this way. This event coming around, how much will the teams have to pay to get involved?
So again, we're going to go with $10 at the door,
Okay.
and all proceeds. So proceeds will go to charity.
But wait,
Like they did.
we have a surprise because this time around for April 24th, I, State Ketones, are going to sponsor some of the teams, at least up to 4, maybe a little bit more, depending on what it is. But I'm guaranteed 4.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna at least put in for 4 of that. Don't know which 4 because then I'll just go ahead and like pick in a drawing, pick out. All right, these teams I will be sponsoring. The rest of them, sorry. But normally the teams will have to pay $10. And I know you want to try to work with other businesses, maybe if they want to sponsor in the future. It gets your name out there and it helps out. So now you're collaborating with one another.
100%. I know sometimes even Aaron down at Docks will flip the bill for somebody on an entry. He's done it on the speed dating once or twice.
Nice.
Eric sponsored the entire event last time for me. So all 6 teams didn't have to pay a thing, which was awesome. So it comes down. I've sponsored people on certain things. And it just come down and have fun. That's all we're really asking for is you to come down, have a good time on a Wednesday night, right?
Yep.
Spend an hour and a half at most down at Docks, quiet evening, and watch some people play some games and be competitive. I'm telling you, people were strategizing yesterday.
Yeah, they were.
Watching somebody else play the game so they could do it better.
The chaos team was. I know that. I saw it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it was – and, of course, I didn't mention all the games on here, but some of the games were very partner-orientated, like all of them should have been. But it came down to trusting your partner 100%.
So definitely come on out to Doc, see Justin, see Eric, say the Ketones, come on out, play a couple, what you call it again, teams?
Team Night Throwdown.
Team Night Throwdown that's going to happen April 24th. Those flyers are coming soon. I know he's in the process of working on them. So keep an eye out. Definitely watch Doc's Watering Holes Facebook page. That's where they'll definitely be. Justin, I have to ask. We've gone through a lot of things from when you were pressing pictures onto different pieces of fun, exciting equipment, and now you're doing graphic design and you're an event coordinator. What does the future hold for you?
We don't know. Honestly,
That's kind of a good thing.
Go how it goes, and I'm just doing things I enjoy. Really, the graphic design and the event coordinator, I don't need it to pay bills. I do it just for fun. So that's why a lot of proceeds go to charity.
That's amazing. We do appreciate you for that. We really do. We've got more people like this guy right here. If you're a business, if you're individual, anybody, come on out. I've put the links for his business page and his personal Facebook page. Both of them are in the comments right now. Check him out. Hit him up. See what he's got. He'll work with you. No problems. Also, check out Doc's Watering Hole page to find out when the next event for Team Night Throwdown, as well as some of the other individuals. We talked about Gunny's Barbecue. We talked about Chosun Martial Arts. We talked about what's Marcus's
Edifying Pursuits. Mm-hmm.
And of course, Warrior Healing Center. And of course, yeah, I got to. It's a shame.
Modio Consolidated.
And a State of Ketones. All right. We got things going on. That's why we were on a little bit early. We appreciate everybody who tuned in. If you got a chance to see this, give us a like, drop us a comment. By all means, we're definitely going to answer them, especially if you have questions for Justin or myself. Drop those comments down below, and we'll get to that as soon as possible. Share this video out to your social media so we can get more eyes on the prize. You don't have to... It doesn't cost anything to like, comment, and share. So by all means do that. Even if you caught the replay, #replay, so we know that you were here watching, enjoying. As for next week, it's a surprise every Thursday. So Hopefully we can get somebody out here. Hopefully we can get going on the road. Hopefully everybody enjoyed tonight's broadcast. And I know it's 50 minutes. That's a rare moment these days.
Well, I mean, I get
I
good
hear
chemistry over here.
That's right. Justin, Mr. Chemistry McShane. And ladies, once again, he's single.
Single as a ghost.
Single as a ghost. Casper ain't got stuff on. All right, we're going to go ahead and head out. Everybody take care. We'll talk to you soon. Until next week, hopefully we get TC back. Justin, move on over to your right. As always, we always got Rob in the background looking over our shoulder from Ruby's Divine Chocolates, always shining his wonderful eyes down upon us, especially when he's on his soapbox feeding us the lay of the land. Until next week, everybody take care. I'll talk to you soon. And hey, Jeff Davenport, I shouted your name out. Well, now you brother.